What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Casey, 9mm Clydesdale, and today got one I'm pretty excited about. It is the Sig Custom Works, the Sig P320, the Max. So it's the Max Michel version. Pretty cool weapon. I just went and shot it for the first time today, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Came with the Sig Romeo 3 Max, which is a 3 MOA or a 6 MOA dot. I actually think I would prefer the 3 MOA. I just recently got into dots, and that was my first time shooting a 6 MOA, so I think I like the 3 MOA better, but that I'm sure if I practice with a little bit more, maybe it'd be different. So let's see. I mean, it is a sweet gun. It is well balanced. The trigger is incredible. There's no front or rear sights. It is specifically cut for the Romeo 3 Max, and that's what it came with. It comes with a different recoil spring. I was just shooting standard range ammo as Blazer Brass 115 grain. The action is incredibly smooth. It's got some cool front and rear slide serrations. I don't think they're incredibly aggressive, but they're aggressive enough. The cuts are great, so you can get a high purchase on it, and the beaver tail just fits really nicely. I mean, just like all Sigs, it fits like a glove. It's awesome. The trigger is a custom trigger, and it just feels awesome. I already cleared and safed the gun, as you can see here. Just give you a view there. But anyway, so for the trigger brake, you got, so the take up is non-existent. The brake is super clean. And then the reset, super short. And then zero take up again, just incredible. Takes apart just like everything else. You know, lock the slide back, pull down the takedown lever here. On this side, kind of stiff because it's new, I guess. Let go of the slide, and off she comes without pulling the trigger. So there you go. And then same, just the recoil spring, barrel, all that stuff comes out. And back on. Just an awesome gun. So it came with, obviously, the Romeo 3 Max red dot. It came with 4 of these 21 round magazines, which if you're competing is pretty awesome. It came with a cover for the slide release. It came with a different recoil spring if you're shooting different kinds of ammo, but I just went with the one that was in it, and I think I shot 200 rounds today and had 0 problems at all. It cycled through it just perfectly. And let me just show you how she did as far as her first shots and accuracy. So this is just a standard silhouette target and my first magazine and a half. So this is just at 7 yards out, and I think I shot 10 shots at the just center bullseye here just to make sure it was on. I did sight in the red dot at home with a laser training system before I took it out, so she was pretty dead on right out the gate. I think that was 10 shots through the center hole there, cut out that sticker that I put on there, and then I just did a full magazine at the head, and then of course these 3 flyers were probably just me. But you know, all in all, 7 yards, that's pretty incredible. It is a super flat shooter, and the recoil impulse is just awesome. So that was at 7 yards out, and then I went out to just see how I could do at 20 yards, and I'm gonna say with the 6 MOA dot at 7 yards, I didn't have as much to complain about, but it was more difficult for me to focus on 20 yards out, and that's probably just a me practicing thing, and I could probably get used to it, but even still at 20 yards, still not bad. I mean, I had my best grouping was right here, but it was all on target, and you know, we're talking about, you know, from the bullseye there, we're talking maybe a 6-7 inch difference. So still pretty awesome. And again, I think if I practice more with that optic, I'll probably get better. So more to follow on that. Maybe once I get a couple thousand rounds through it, we'll revisit. So what else is there to say about the Sig 320 Max? I do love the controls on the Optic. They're very easy to control. It's you press one or the other for 2 seconds to turn it on or off, and she just, like a charm. The adjustments have to be made from here for your up down, and then on this side for your left and right adjustments, which, I mean, having to use a small Allen key once you have it set, it's kind of a set it and forget it, because not only that, but they also made the battery replacement in the slide deck right here, which you have to use an Allen key to release as well. And then, so mine actually didn't have a battery in it when I got it, so I had to pull that out. And the biggest part was, once I loosened it, I had to use like a flathead to kind of pry it out. So didn't want to muff up my new gun, so I covered the flathead with a little piece of cloth and then popped it out. Also, it's a very heavy gun. I mean, it is a competition gun. This is by no means a carry gun. I think it's right around 43 ounces. I'm not exactly sure on that. I'll have to double check on that. As far as, like I said, the recoil impulse was awesome. I just think this is probably one of my favorite shooters. What I will say about it, though, it is not a cheap gun. You're talking, I think this was $1,600 is the MSRP on this guy. So, I mean, if you're looking into getting into some serious competition, I think this is I mean, of all the competition guns I've shot so far, this is absolutely my favorite. I do want to get into some of the 2011s and things, so we'll see how it stacks up compared to that. Lastly, I guess I'll show you what the 6 MOA dot looks like and see if we can't get a good look at that. Alright, so looking down the Romeo 3 here, I mean, I couldn't really see. I'll try again, but that I think is like, oh, there we go. So I think it's got like 9 settings, that being the lightest, and then moving up. See, and then it starts to get like washed out. That's your highest level there, and you can just see it's like, that's it. So I like to run it around and then like right there probably. And even with that, at 20 yards and beyond, it's just kind of difficult to, you know, sight it in quite as nicely as a smaller dot. I like the idea of a 3 MOA dot, because as the brightness goes up, the dot gets bigger, so you get the same effect as a 6 MOA, whereas with a 6 MOA dot, you can't really go any smaller than what she is. But I do love the shape of the Romeo 3 Max. It's kind of like the, you know, Trijicon SRO and all that stuff. Very cool. The glass is very clear, and there it is, guys, the Sig P320 Max Michel with the Romeo 3 Max. Let me know what you guys think, and if you've had any experiences with them yourself, and what I should try next. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Freedom never smelled so good. Take it easy, guys. See you on the next one.